Okay, well, let's look at one of the NFL games for Sunday. It's Philadelphia playing the Green Bay Packers. It'll be in Lambeau Field. Packers about a 5-point favorite, total of 56.5. We do have some bad weather, early weather to look at. 25 degrees is going to be at Lambeau. That's going to be tops that day. 40% chance of rain and 10 to 20 mile an hour winds. This will be the third road game in 4 games for the Philadelphia Eagles, but they're red hot here, winning 4 of 5, including that Monday night blow-up. And Harvard, last week on the show, you said, Mark Sanchez is going to be very capable of stepping in as a replacement. He's a good fit for the system. Well, nobody's going to be arguing with you after that Monday night performance.
Well, nobody should ever argue with me because you would lose that. But you know what? Let's go back to last year. Philadelphia beat Green Bay in Green Bay. But look what you had last year. You had Scott Tolzien going for Aaron Rodgers. And you had Foles, which, let's don't knock Foles. He's a good quarterback. But Sanchez, he does fit the system a lot better. He's got a bigger arm. And this guy's very mobile. This guy, and also, I've never seen a happier person in all his life. My only wish could have been, I would have loved to have been in watching this game when Philadelphia and Sanchez just completely dismantled, who'd they play the other night?
The Panthers?
Yeah, Carolina. I would have loved to have been in the owner, with the owner of the New York Jets, watching that game and maybe even throw Rex Ryan in there. Make him watch the game with me and the owner and say, how come Sanchez is so good, and we've said he's so good, from the time he was in high school, to when he went through college, to when he was leading us the first 2 years into the playoffs. I think it's about the coach. Maybe it's about the system. Maybe the coach should have put in a different system. Maybe the coach is more defensive and shouldn't be coaching offense. Maybe the coach shouldn't even be coaching the New York Jets, but, that's enough for there. As far as this Green Bay game, the line opened up at 3.5 or 4 and immediately shot up to 6. Well, that was a lot of public response into the Green Bay blowout the other day when Rodgers had, 6 touchdowns in the first half. They remember what they just saw. The Sharps picked it back off from 6, and it settled into 5.5. 73% of the money the first day, right off the opening bat, went on the Green Bay side. Philadelphia, they're 2-2 away straight up. They have a great offense. They're number 5 in passing, number 8 in rushing, and their defense, even though they look like world beaters the other day, they're still ranked number 22 against the pass, which really bodes well for Aaron Rodgers, and Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, Eddie Lacy gives them the balance. The over is 5-1 in the last 6 games for Rodgers at Lambeau Field. So Chip Kelly has 2 choices. You can either go in there with the mindset of stopping Aaron Rodgers, which might be a little difficult, or you can try to outrun him, out-hustle him, outperform him, and outscore him. So what I think I'm going to do on this game is continue with that over and go over 56. It might go up, it might come down a little bit depending on the weather coming in. They have that big superstorm going across, the upper part of the country. So let's take the over and not bet on the game one way or the other.
All right, from a matchup point of view, you might call this a clash of some weaknesses. The Packers can't stop the run. That's been a problem all year. Meanwhile, the Eagles, they couldn't run the football at all on Monday night. So you're going to see an interesting clash there. This Green Bay offense, though, has just been getting better and better and really sizzling now, 10th in the NFL in passing. And most important, Zach, they're 4th in the NFL in scoring, 30.8 points per game.
Yeah, I think I'm going to lean on the Green Bay Packers here. 5 is a lot of points, but I think they've got something going right now. Offensively, of Aaron Rodgers playing at his rate right now. This is what we're going to see. Chip Kelly, his philosophy is not going to go anywhere, so he's going to try to push his fast break offense, 23 seconds of play, and Aaron Rodgers is just sitting on the sidelines going like this because that means he's going to have a chance to throw 9 touchdowns instead of 6 this week.
That works for me.
But the Eagles' defense, it's up in the air, but their strength right now has been getting after the quarterback. And Cam Newton and some of these other quarterbacks have been statues in the pocket right now because they're just not healthy. But Aaron Rodgers, he can move out of the pocket, and he's one of the best quarterbacks at throwing the ball 70 yards down the field to Jordy Nelson, which I see that happening. See it being a little bit overwhelming for Mark Sanchez because Chip Kelly's going to have him out there running that offense every 23 seconds, and let's see how he handles being down 7-0 or 14-0 on the road. And I think we'll start seeing the old Mark Sanchez rear his head in this game against Green Bay.
Old Mark Sanchez is a great quarterback since he was in high school and in college and all the way through. This guy's been a winner. It's Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan was the loser, not Mark Sanchez.
Oh, man. Well, there was a few plays, even in that game against Carolina. I know it was a blowout, but there was a few plays where Chip Kelly was calling some plays that Mark Sanchez didn't read properly. One was almost an interception on the sideline.
Okay. He's played the game and a half.
And they threw a quick screen that was awful, almost got picked by Carolina. So there was a few plays. I just see the tempo being a problem this week for the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think if Mark Sanchez proves me wrong 2 weeks in a row, then we'll put him in the Colt McCoy category.
Well, one thing about Philadelphia to keep in mind, they haven't been good against teams with winning records, 4-12 against the spread, and this will be Sanchez heading out on the road. The fans are not going to be behind him here. They're going to be booing him. It'll be interesting to see how he reacts, if he reacts at all. Meanwhile, this Green Bay defense has actually been very good at home in Lambeau. They've allowed 14, 17, 10, and 24 points, so I would lean toward the home team that is just in such a groove right now on offense.